that light and radiation, I said, star become hotter and hotter as they radiate. Light, any radiation has radiation pressure. This experiment was done after Maxwell's theory, and the light incident in one mirror, and it started rotating this system because of pressure. This is the proof of radiation pressure. And what I have showed in a series of papers, that the star contracts, about to become a black hole. Then force of gravity is of course strong, it is inside. But radiation force, external radiation phase, they become equal. This was a technical name that attains Eddington Luminosity. So it becomes a stability. But this is not perfect stability because it is still radiating and it is still contracting at infinitesimal slow rate. It becomes eternally contracting object or eternally collapsing object. So as massive stars contract, they become hotter and hotter. Radiation gets trapped inside by strong self-gravity. When they contract near that event horizon, outward radiation pressure equals inward pull of gravity. So it becomes almost static ball of radiation and contracting eternally. And I gave it a name, eternally collapsing object. Later, me and my American colleagues, two colleagues, they said that they should be also extremely magnetic like neutron star. So they are magnetospheric eternally collapsing objects, MICO. And I established this not by hand waving. There are 3 papers are published in very famous journal, monthly notices, Royal Astronomical Physics Society, published from UK, Oxford. So there are 3 papers to establish this thing. And one case, one American was my co-author. And this last paper came in 2010. That likely formation of general relativistic radiation pressure supported stars or eternally collapsing objects instead of exact black holes. Now, for all astrophysical things, you require magnetic field. Sun has magnetic field. Most of the solar eruption, in fact, a big solar storm is coming soon because of magnetic field. So most of the white dwarfs, neutron stars, we find they are emitting jets. And these jets, there are some magnetic fields which collimate the jet and accelerate the charged particles. Only black holes have no magnetic field. They have only mass. So then how can black holes emit radiation? Even if they are drawing a lot of things towards them, they cannot emit radiation in the absence of magnetic field. So and I told that these black holes are actually MICOs, and they strong magnetic field like neutron star, they collimate and accelerate, and jets are produced. One can naturally explain. But of course, astrophysicists are not ready to admit it. They will do their hand waving and say somehow black holes produce magnetic fields. So I told some American colleagues who are working with me, and in 2006, a rare thing happened in Indian science. Center for Astrophysics, Harvard University issued a long press release on a research, which claimed that in a very famous quasar, that massive compact object is not a black hole, but it's a MICO. They have evidence that it has a magnetic structure like neutron star structure. So new picture of quasar emerges. So this is the black hole picture, a single dot, it is singularity, and it's all vacuum and imaginary surface, event horizon. And what we have been telling, there is no such thing. It's all full like sun, full of matter, plasma, fire, and it has magnetic field, but it is much more compact and slowly contracting. Even sun is always contracting. So this came in 2006, Harvard press release, which has rarely happened in Indian science. Now, you say the black holes are everybody accepted. Mathematical relativists, string theorists, they have accepted, but those who are astrophysicists, still they keep on questioning. See, this paper came in 2007, Nature Astronomy. And this told that actually black holes event horizons have not been discovered. So beyond the event horizon or altogether without it. So there is no black hole, probably no event horizon. And it told that it is the magnetic field near the compact object. So which should determine whether it is really event horizon or something else. But of course, it did not cite my works. Although these authors in his talks earlier would cite my papers. And I have not done much of active research. I have been busy in lecturing and writing books. But last year we managed to publish a paper in Astrophysics Space Science, how to distinguish actual astrophysical magnetized black holes, mimickers, from a true theoretical black holes which are no magnetic field. And here I emphasized one thing. Basically, astrophysicists assume that black holes somehow act like conductors. You know, for electromagnetic activity, at the core of dynamo, motors, you require magnets and metals. With insulators, you cannot do. What are metals? You have a lot of billions and billions of free electrons, they move. But black holes is vacuum, there is not even a single electron or anything. So black holes are worst insulator. So in this paper, I emphasized that actually black holes cannot explain any high energy physics activity. They cannot be treated as neutron stars, which astrophysicists do, but it is only MICOs are the most appropriate things. Now you will tell, but sir, still black holes have been confirmed. In 2016, no, this gravitational wave was detected, LIGO, and they told that black holes have been detected. There are big press conferences internationally, and this is falsehood. They have detected some gravitational waves that did not prove that they have detected event horizon. And the paper came in Physical Review later next year, which I told in the previous year only. And this paper, then there was Physical Review, there is a special article, did black hole mimickers, so which are not black holes, produce LIGO signal. So recently detected gravitational waves may not be a signature of black holes. This paper admitted. But lack of an event horizon, there could be, they can be explained by compact objects which is lack of event horizon. So which are like black holes, but not black holes. So what then LIGO has detected? So LIGO may have detected this thing. So we are telling there are important surface. If a compact object is there, Schwarzschild radius R is 2m. So means 2 gm over c square, which is for solar mass 3 kilometer. But then outside there is another surface 1.5 times 50% larger. This is called photon sphere. So already gravity here is so strong that it can capture light, and light can move in circular orbits. This is called photon sphere. For a spinning black hole or spinning compact object, this will be a ring. But for assumed spherical thing, it is a sphere. It is called photon sphere. So that paper says what LIGO has detected is not a vibration from here, but vibration from the photon sphere. So LIGO has confirmed not the so-called black holes. LIGO has confirmed the existence of compact objects which have photon sphere. But then MICOs have photon sphere, and all the black hole alternatives proposed, they have photon spheres. So LIGO has not detected any black hole or any event horizon. Now we will tell, but then again 2017 next year and 2019, this event horizon telescope, this is the biggest science news of the century. They photographed black hole. Everywhere this news was there, thousands and thousands of places. Again, this is a wrong claim. What happens is that, say, suppose this is the event horizon, 2m. Then this 3m surface is their photon sphere. So already gravity is so strong that you cannot detect things from here inside. And on the top of it, gravity is so strong that light gets bent. So when light gets bent, this thing acts like a concave lens. So image, you do not see even this image. You do not see 3m. You see a bigger image, 6 and square root 3. So whatever the event horizon has detected, this is not black hole. This is the not even photon sphere. This is enlarged image of photon sphere at the most. So this is not 2m. This is 6 and square root 3m, almost 3 times larger something has detected, if at all. So it is wrong to say that this is detected event horizon or a black hole. It has not. Again, what it has detected is some object which is photosphere at the most, which MICOs have, and all proposed. There are many proposed alternatives of black holes, they all have. Now talking about enigma. So this is one enigma. See, idea of black holes is there from 1996. Now what happens in the black hole interior, everything is tumbling down, nothing can move out. But in principle in relativity, you can film a run backwards. That means you can think it is possible under certain conditions, things will go inward, moving things will go outward. That means in principle such a thing is possible. Everything is moving out from a point singularity. And this has a technical name also. This is black hole, this is white hole. And general relativity in principle allows this thing, that white hole solution is equally valid as black hole solution in principle. But then there are problems. Within the black holes, it should be white holes. And this is not allowed, because by definition, this is trapped region, nothing can move out. Here they can move out. So that means that trapped region, once you assume, is not allowed, forbidden by this principle. It is called time reversibility. Principle of time reversal does not allow in trapped region, hence black holes. It even does not allow white holes. Because if you allow white holes, then the reverse should be possible. Everything should be falling down. But that is not possible in white holes. Then they say maybe matter falling within black hole become white hole in another universe. Again, this is science fiction. So if then matters become a white hole in other universe, we should be watching white holes every now and then within our room also. Because in the other universes, so many then black holes are there. So all those matters should emerge in our universe. We do not see any white holes. So this is complete theoretical nonsense. There is no white holes in other universe or in our universe. From this thing, we can rule out the trapped region and black holes. Now, talking about detection of black holes, in fact, some of the gravitational waves observations, they say that black holes are not black holes. I won't go into detail echoes. You know, for echoes, you need a surface. If there is no wall, there will be no echo. It should be sufficiently far away distance, then sound can rebound. But as far as black holes are concerned, there is nothing. The event horizon is not a physical surface, and also nothing can be reflected from it. So if black holes are black holes, then there could not be any gravitational wave echoes. But there are several claims that there are echoes. If these echoes are confirmed, then it is confirmed that so-called black holes are not black holes, they are black hole mimickers. So many people have been working on it. This here is Vitor Cardoso and Pani. So they are very good physicists, extremely good physicists from Portugal, but they all work in quantum gravity. So what does quantum gravity? It tries to merge quantum mechanics and relativity, general relativity, and they cannot be merged. From Einstein, people have been trying now for 80 years. There are fundamental contradictions, there are tentative models, but most of the theoretical physics working in quantum gravity. So they claim that if black hole alternatives are to be found, they are telling black hole, there are 30 authors in my book described, they are telling black hole should not be there. But they will grind X different way. They will say some quantum gravity things by hand waving. They won't acknowledge that from in general relativity, somebody has already shown that alternatives are possible without any hanky-panky, without any hand waving, by radiation pressure, which you measure in the laboratory. They won't accept. So this author did, I thought he was honest. So I wrote him an email communication that this thing, Cardoso, your works are very good, and this Nature paper, you are from quantum gravity, that you are not aware the series of papers, monthly notices, other I have showed, there cannot be exact black holes. And radiation pressure itself should give rise to this alternative echo and MICO. And they satisfy all that you are telling. And what he wrote, September 10, 2010. This is the photo image of this, my email. Dear Professor Abbas, thank you for your message and for the reference to your works. I was unaware of those developments, but they are very interesting and certainly very useful. we plan on releasing a review of them of these matters, and we'll make sure to include your results in it. Make sure. So I was happy. I gave even more references. But now 4 years, he went on writing papers and reviews. And one paper he wrote in 2018, it has 450 references, only my references missing. And then I again wrote to email. Since then, he has not replied. So this is the, so you thought politics is politics. Every sphere there is politics. There is hard mentality. And not to share credit to some unknown person in India, somebody. So we should do it international collaboration, and somebody should be a member of us. And if he had to telling that it is quantum gravity, cite our paper, then we can consider, otherwise not. So this is the thing. Now I'll summarize this thing. So in 1915, general relativity came, and it cannot be there cannot be solved exact solutions. So simplest problem is a single point mass uncharged, and then it apparently gave rise to the idea of black holes. That a mathematical surface is there, Schwarzschild surface or event horizon. Inside, even light is falling down; they cannot go outward, and then that boundary is event horizon. But in the event horizon, Einstein did not accept it. Even Hilbert did not. Hilbert found there are problems because some of the space-time interval, they are very important. For a particle having mass, space-time interval should be always positive. They found that in the space-time interval, one component is going to 0 and special part going to infinity. So space-time interval, there is singularity. This is not allowed. So many objected. But then mathematical physicists jumped in and they joined the fray. They are always there. And they told, no, we can remove this. We can go to new coordinates, and these singularities of space-time interval can be removed. And further, they told that, see, after all, the space-time curvature on the event horizon, which is 1 over m square, is finite because m is finite. But here they are first assuming that m is finite. If m is 0, then m is infinite. So there is a third logic. That okay, an observer falling in event horizon notice nothing, no quantity becomes infinite. So why are you worried? It is a normal place. Black holes are perfectly physically acceptable. Then the fourth was that okay, 1939, Oppenheimer and Snyder started gravitational pull-ups, and they showed exactly black holes can be found. So what is your worry? Why are you shouting all? The black holes are final. It is like final. And then 1950s, astronomers discovered massive compact objects. First outside, say quasars, active galactic nuclei. There are hints, massive compact objects, millions and billions solar masses. Certainly they cannot be neutron stars. They cannot be white dwarfs. And 1960s, within our galaxy, X-ray binaries, there are compact objects, 10 solar mass, 20 solar mass. They cannot be neutron stars. And so they must be black holes. So black hole paradigm got established. And this new coordinate change also continued up to 1960s. So by 1970, it became almost like Vedas, that black hole nothing can do. But still, many physicists went on questioning. Even 1964, Dirac questioned it. In my book, these things are described. Many people went on questioning black hole from even classical physics. They showed that there are a lot of inconsistencies despite the mathematical reasons. And I will show you, and then quantum gravity people, they jumped, they start telling, okay, black holes, there are problems, we'll give redressal. So they will do some quantum gravity hodgepodge, and sometimes they assume matter is coming. Matter becomes some quantum gravity phase transition. Matter with positive pressure becomes all negative, and when is negative pressure, there is resistance. Some quantum mechanical things, some string theory ideas, something will stop. And on the other hand, I only showed that simple thing, radiation pressure. Everybody knows stars of radiation pressure. In lab you are doing, and radiation pressure can be equal to the gravity, and that can stop. And that does not mean black hole is wrong. It would keep on contracting. And more importantly, you have magnetic field. Black holes have no magnetic field. You cannot explain. You have been assuming there are magnetic fields. There are surrounding magnetic fields, these are weak. But now there are many evidences there are strong magnetic fields around black holes, so-called black holes. You cannot explain. You assume that black holes behave like neutron stars, conductors, but they do not. they do not have a single electron. Nothing can come out. So black holes are worst insulators. So you cannot explain. And what we have been telling, and there are many papers in support of it. So Center of Astrophysics, Harvard Press release was there. There are various evidences. The central compact object is not black hole, but it is magnetic structure. So what is the problem in accepting? But nobody would accept. Now I'll tell you that how people have been contradicting black holes, but they will still remain. They will go midway and won't go full way. So this is a paper by two famous cosmologists, Jayant Narlikar, who is the founder of IUCAA, who is still alive at the age of 84, and Thanu Padmanabhan, who is India's also one of the first famous theoretical astrophysicists, cosmologist. He actually unfortunately passed away recently, a few months ago. So in 1998, Thanu was a student of PhD student of Narlikar. They wrote a paper in Foundations of Physics. And what did they tell? The discussions of physical behavior of black holes, classical or quantum, is only of academic interest. So all the problems with the event horizon can be solved if the event horizon did not form an universe contained only quasi-black holes, which I have been telling. They wrote this paper, but you see this paper has only very few citations. They themselves did not cite their paper later. So now, say 30 years have passed since the papers were written, but they never talked about it almost. Narlikar talked once or twice. Probably if one talks about non-existence of black holes, then things become hot and one won't be invited to conferences and papers will be rejected. So this is the sad reality. And I thank you all for your kind attention, and you are free to ask questions. So now I'll stop this slideshow.
Thank you, sir. It was a wonderful session. You started from the very basics and explained everything so clearly. It was indeed commendable.
Thank you. You can ask me any questions if you have any kind of questions.
Yes, sir. We have got a few questions from our participants. So should we go ahead with the question and answer session, sir?
Yes, please.
Now I'd like to invite my teammates, Jishant and Ananya, for the question and answer session. Over to you, Jishant and Ananya.
Thank you, Ananya. So we have quite a good number of questions. People are very curious to know about things. Okay, so the first question is by Vishal Khan. What is the maximum compactness that can be achieved theoretically?
See, if you assume black hole, it is infinite. And what I have been telling, you can never reach infinity. All physicists are telling. So you can have 10 raised to the million, you can have billion, we do not know, but you cannot have infinite. These MICO's various models are there, some models are there by American colleagues. So in some cases, they could be even million. So in contact, neutron star, in contrast, has 0.1 or 0.15. So even if you have a compactness of 10 or 20, it would almost behave like a black hole, even if you have a compactness of 10. But everything has to be finite. So Z is finite for a echo, and for a black hole, it is infinite.
Sir, the next question is, a black hole forms when a star contracts in its own gravity, overcoming the gas pressure. And we define the radius using Schwarzschild formula. So if someone is able to escape from it, then will he or she will land on the surface of something?
Could you speak louder with the mic closer? I could not hear.
A black hole forms a star when a star is contracted in its own gravity, overcoming the gas pressure. So if someone is able to escape the event horizon, will he or she land on surface of anything?
See, probably you are assuming that black holes are there, then putting up this question. And all that I am telling, there cannot be any black holes. There cannot be exact event horizon. And nothing can, by definition, nothing can escape the event horizon. Anything can only fall. And if they fall, as actually nobody knows, it will become white hole, go to other universe. So all that I am telling is that exact black holes are not possible. And when it is not exact black holes, there could be eruptions. From sun, there are eruptions. And this is what we have been telling. There are many, you should say, black hole erupting. So these become easier if black holes are mucose. In sun, there are eruptions because of strong magnetic field and magnetohydrodynamic, some instabilities. So from sun, from muco, things can erupt. But from very definition, black hole, nothing can escape the event horizon.
Right, sir. So we have the next question from Mukesh Kumar. It's little mathematical. So it's about what is 1 plus z and why you multiplied by 1 plus z.
This is a derivation you can find in many textbooks. 1 plus z is the redshift. And 1 plus z is 1 minus 2m over r inverse and square root. 1 minus 2m inverse square root. And whatever 2m by r, it is Schwarzschild radius is 2 gm over c square. So it is radius of Schwarzschild radius by actual radius. 1 minus 2 gm over r c square. And if r is equal to Schwarzschild radius, these factors become 0 and it inverse becomes infinite. That is why event horizon has infinite radius, infinite z. But for a neutron star, it is around 0.15. For sun, it is 1 millionth. For a white dwarf, it is around 1,000. And for a MICO, we do not know. It could be 1,000. It could be 1 million, but finite. And this derivation you can find in many notes on Google and in textbooks.
The next question is, gravitational waves are because of ripples and because of collisions. So how a photon sphere is doing that? It is just a sphere of light because of gravitational effect.
Sorry, could you speak louder?
I'll repeat. No worry. So she asked, so gravitational waves are because of ripples, because of collision. So how photon sphere is doing that? It's just a sphere of light because of the gravitational effect. So why are we having those ripples, the gravitational waves?
Oh, ripples. See,
Right,
that is gravitational wave like an electron when accelerated, charged particle, it emits radiation. So actually it comes from acceleration. Even if a single particle is with accelerated motion, it emits radiation. And what happens during the collision, they come closer and closer. They move with very high speeds and high acceleration. That is why gravitational waves are there. And space-time, ripples means these components I told, no, space-time interval is there. In this case, it is 1 minus 2 gm over r. They change rapidly. When gravitational, they come closer with high speeds, they lose energy. And they become function of time. The space-time, essentially this means the space-time components become function of time because r is changing, m is changing and very rapidly. Technically, it means space-time components are changing with time very rapidly. That is the ripple in the space-time.
Thank you, sir. So next question is actually based on your paper. So how is it possible that density is equal to 0, then pressure is 0?
That is what I am telling. Mathematically, you can assume anything. Yeah. This is discussed in the Oppenheimer and Snyder paper, is freely available in Physical Review, 1939. They themselves told this is unphysical. But there is no other way we can solve the equation. See, even in, it says, forget relativity, things Newtonian case. Newtonian case, you can have any equation. Now, say S is equal to distance traveled during half gt square. But you assume a viscosity there. Then you have no solution. And if the viscosity is changing with time or magnetic field, there is no solutions. And for collapse on relativity, there is no solution. So one has to go to the pressure is equal to 0. But what I have been trying to show in my papers, that this is mathematically one way finite, but for a broader consistency, we have shown pressure 0 means illusion. there is no collapse, and mathematically density is also zero. See, if density is zero, mathematical, of course, there will be nothing, no magnetic field, no pressure. This is what my papers have been trying to tell. And everybody knows this is idealization, but I have gone a few steps ahead, that it is not only idealization, it actually means that density, only when density is going towards zero, then pressure can go to zero. This everybody admits. So I have taken that limit. The pressure zero is possible ideally when there is no density. Mathematically, you can assume pressure is zero.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So our next question is from Satyapriya Das. Sir, scientists also say about naked singularity, which doesn't have event horizon. Sir, what is your opinion regarding that?
Yes, again, this is a good question. See, inside a black hole, there is singularity. That is called density infinite, and gravity infinite. Gravity means that I said space-time curvature, one gm over r cube kind of thing. That is infinite. But there are conjectures that black hole has event horizon, so we cannot see the singularity. There could be singularities without any event horizon. Without any event horizon. And then it is a naked singularity, means it is a visible singularity. So these some people have been doing gravitational collapse with various kinds of simplicities. Say actual gravitational collapse nobody can solve. You have all the parameters, how density is changing, pressure is changing, magnetic field is changing, heat is changing. You cannot solve it. So you have always make it assumptions. One can make various assumptions, and one can get infinite kind of solutions. And one kind of solution showed that event horizon is not produced, but the singularity is produced earlier. So if this is so, at least for some time, because there is no horizon, you can see at least momentarily that singularity. This is naked singularity. But in my opinion, this is all mathematics. There is no singularity in the form in the first place. And if we assume everything, and if my papers are correct, that this trapped region is not formed, 1 minus 2 sine of 1 minus 2 m over gr depends, that is the space-time interval, and that has to be always positive for real matter. Then only infinite singularity may form only after infinite duration, which means asymptotically never form. There are hundreds of papers. See, relativity is very difficult. Mostly mathematicians do it. Most of the relativists are in the mathematics department. They can do in physics department, they mostly solve through mathematics. You have to throw away physics and make some simplicity, and there could be thousands and billions of solutions. One kind of solutions show naked singularity, but in my opinion, they are impractical, they are infinite, they are not real.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So the next question is from Riyath Bhatt. So it is based on on your arguments that does this mean that black hole, as we say, are at the center of many galaxies, are not true black holes? Instead, they are just mimic black holes.
Exactly, that is the thing. They are not true black, they are compact objects. So black hole has infinite redshift, they may have redshift 1,000 millions. So they are ball of light. There are other alternatives also, say quantum gravity. They do not say what it is, quantum gravity, they say some string theory. They do not say physical property. They do not talk about magnetic field. They do not talk about plasma. But what we are telling is ordinary physics, that these are balls of fire. Sun is a kind of ball of fire. So these are balls of fire with magnetic field. They are extremely close. They are within the photon sphere. So around there, light can move in circular orbits. Light can escape also, but more likely light will fall inside. So radiation is trapped because they are within the photon sphere, and they have vibration during the collision. They can produce this kind of gravitational waves. Any telescope can see the photon sphere. So within it, it cannot see, but they would appear like black holes. And there are a lot of eruptions. Center of our galaxy, there are eruptions. Many galaxies, there are evidences, there are massive eruptions. So I say that there's some, like sun, there are eruptions. Solar wind is always there. In coronal mass ejection, this kind of thing, there magnetic field and plasma interaction, this kind of eruptions are there, and they are completely nonlinear phenomenon, unpredictable. So actually they match with the observations. So there is no exact event horizon. Then nothing can come, and mostly magnetic field. Event horizon has no magnetic field. Surrounding magnetic field is there, but that is relatively weak. And for jets, you require organized magnetic field, which can collimate. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, the next question is from Devesh Sharma. Is it possible for photon sphere to produce detectable gravitational waves?
Exactly. In fact, everything, even photosphere is not there, photon sphere is not there, there could be gravitational waves. Only then it becomes stronger. See, gravitational wave, see, when sun and earth is moving, they are also producing gravitational wave. But only if they come very close to the spatial radius, it becomes very strong. Normally, it is extremely weak gravitational wave detection. For 50 years, people have tried 50 years. Extremely weak. It is only when you come to the photon sphere or so, then it becomes strong. So outside photon sphere also gravitational waves are detectable. But when close to photon sphere, it becomes even stronger.
Thank you, sir. So we have come to the last question now. It's from the team actually. So would you like to share something about your journey, like when you were a student, and it would be really inspiring for us to know about.
See, I was in West Bengal. I studied in a government school. And those days in Bengal, actually government schools were the topmost school. And my school, I am very proud of my school, Uttarpara Government High School. It is one of the best schools in India in those days. And we are a vernacular student. So although I read a lot of things in English also, but I could not speak English properly that time in the school. And in college, I started a little bit of English speaking, but really I became fluent only after leaving West Bengal. I became. And then my people wanted to be a medical doctor. There is no doctor in the family. They got for my admission, but I did not even fill in those forms. But then they told at least become engineer. So I did not appear for any engineering exams. Those days engineering was prestigious. Very few colleges were there. Calcutta, even Shivpur Engineering College was very famous those days. Of course, IITs, they got formed for Shivpur Engineering College. IITs, people did not know in my family IITs are there. But I said, no, physics, some teacher was there who was a very good physics teacher, Pramod Patra. So he first told about quantum mechanics. I found its magic. So I said, nothing doing this. Then I did MSc, but I was not a good student, not very good student. I did not attend classes. And particularly chemistry, I hated in college chemistry lab, the fume of hydrogen sulfide that repelled me many of the things. Mostly I would go to the library, British Council Library, other things during college, going far away and read various other books and become intellectual, Mongo intellectual also, Bertrand Russell, Karl Marx, Lenin. Then these things changed. When MSc, what happened? MSc also I passed with first class, but in Calcutta getting first class extremely difficult those days. I just managed to have a first class. And then I had very choice. I had financial constraint. Family was very big, 7 siblings. And I had to take up, I was already supporting family by doing tuition, but I had to support much more. So the choice was junior research fellowship, 400 rupees. I got selected, 2 interviews, got selected, but that is only 400 rupees per month. Then State Bank probationary officer was very good those days also. Then we got applied. And the next thing was a compromise BRC job. It gives you class 1 gazetted officer job. But my professors told you go to BRC, but you will find difficult basic physics. They are not emphasis. But as a compromise, I joined BRC. And then we went to again to Kashmir. Kashmir, nobody was ready. So Kashmir, I heard some space physics is there, some astrophysics is done. Normally, I did not want to do astrophysics. I wanted to do basic physics. So Mumbai, it was not possible. Kashmir, again, then there are a lot of problems, lot of resistance, but I became the first person from the Kashmir to publish paper in theoretical astrophysics. A lot of struggle. Those things will come. I'll write my scientific autobiography 2 parts, probably a story of an unknown Indian astrophysicist and unknown general relativist. And relativity I learned she at the age of 40 and completely alone, no teacher, no mentor. And this may be in 2 books. And you may have some of the difficulty in my books also, some technicality. There you won't have any technicality. And right now I am struggling every moment. And this you should be prepared. And life there will be struggle. And you should fulfill your dreams. But even if dreams are not possible, everything is not possible. One has to accept life as it comes. Even if you have to do engineering, other things,
Right.
you can keep your interest intact. And I will be a good human being and help your neighbors, at least your kids.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. It was really inspiring, and we are eagerly waiting for your book right now. I put on my timer. I have to read that anyhow.
Thank you. I am
So-
so grateful to you for
Thank you,
your
sir.
encouragement. Thank you, Seku. God bless you.
Thank you so
And
much, sir.
be in touch with me.
Definitely, sir.
Give my
Always.
WhatsApp number to all your friends. Thank you
Definitely,
so
sir.
much. And I bless you from the core of my heart. And
Thank
you
you, sir.
publish this video.
Definitely, sir.
Bye. So I am stopping.
Thank you, Jishant. As this insightful and informative session comes to an end, I, Ritika, on behalf of Lumen Hansraj, would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Abhas sir for accepting our invitation and pulling out some of his precious time to conduct this wonderful session. And today's session indeed was a very memorable one, and we hope that the session could accomplish its ultimate purpose of making students expand their knowledge base and urging them to gain more and more knowledge on this fascinating subject. Frankly speaking, no amount of words seem enough to thank you, sir. And your expertise, the way you laid out a vivid picture of the concept before us, starting from the very basics and gradually delving deeper, indeed made the session very phenomenal. And I would also like to thank our convener, Professor Dr. Namrata Soni ma'am, our co-convener, Dr. Mona Bhatnagar ma'am, and the coordinator, Dr. Shivani Agarwal ma'am, who guided us at every step and made this event possible. I extend a sincere thanks to Team Lumen for its exceptional efforts to make this event successful. Last but not the least, I would like to thank our audience for being such good listeners. And thank you, everyone. Kindly fill the feedback form that would be shared with you all shortly. And we wrap up the session here only. And Lumen will surely come up with more such sessions, more such informative sessions in the coming future. Thank you all.
So you convey my regards to your teachers and above all to your parents who are blessed with some, very enlightened children like you. And again, I bless you all. And in
Thank you,
the
sir.
life, try to be successful. More importantly, I pray that you all become happy
Yes.
in your life. So thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks.
Can we all have a group picture?
Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot that. So I would request everyone to just turn on their cameras if possible, so that we can have a group picture. People are asking about the form. We'll be sharing it through the WhatsApp group.
Yes. Most welcome.
So on the count of 3, 3, 2, 1, cheese. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome. Again, see you. We shall be in touch.
Yes, sir. Definitely.